NHL, Alienware, Betway, Logitech G, and Pay Safeguard.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Yes, indeed, a stomping to get this series started. FaZe nearly keeping the 16-0 dream alive, and Fnatic looking lost for words, lost for frags, and lost on the server. We do have YNK and Spun J hanging out with myself, Machine. Gentlemen, what do you do when you have to analyze one team being better than the other team to such a large extent?
You know what my mum always says, Alex?
Yeah.
Have I said it enough times that you guys got the adage yet?
Yanko?
I've heard it plenty of times.
Can you tell me it?
Well, it's not really broadcast friendly.
Oh.
Oh, that must be
Yes,
my mum.
that's the other one.
This
Okay.
one is a quick game's a good game.
Yes, that's the
you know
adage,
that one?
yeah.
Yeah. And it's only really if you're a FaZe fan, because if you're a Fnatic fan, exactly what I said is going to happen. They got destroyed. They got blown out of the water. It should have been a 16-0. FaZe got a little bit untidy there towards the end, a little bit messy. But if you look at how diverse their CT side was and the fact that they were moving their packs around so efficiently and they were taking territory control of long, and the next round they were going somewhere aggressively like towards connector, and they showed so many different faces. It wasn't like it was just the Chroman show, even though it kind of did look that way. Look, massive props to him for playing certain rounds extremely well. I think, you know, look at
gorgeous,
the pistol round was great. This flank he was containing as well.
This was when he was just supposed to go and like kill one and die, and then if they want to go B, Nico was like hiding. He was like, go out, like I'm gonna bait you out. If they come back, I'll kill them. If not, I'll flank behind you and they won't expect me and I'll kill them. And he just kills everyone. But, you know, it's not all about him. Obviously, he had a great game, but it started with him. That pistol round, you know, the clutch that he had, I think he started going to heaven because he wanted to outposition JW, but he also knew there's a kit, so he's not going to necessarily waste any time. He's going to make up for it with the kit, and because he picked up the kit, he had enough time to defuse. And
Only if JW had managed to get back in from short, we'd have seen a very different outcome. But that's just crazy.
And they just did a lot of things good as a team, right? They were doing Guardian, he was on boost one time, then he was going towards A. Rain was aggressive and Fountain, and they had that setup towards long when Guardian did get the pick towards B short, towards water, right? It's not just they were shooting heads, right? They were having good setups, which led into favorable situations for them, and they just executed really well.
Yeah, and we actually get to hear a first-hand experience of what it's like to be on the receiving end of that, because JW is offering an interview, and this is going to be a very different one to what he gave after his performance on Train just yesterday. Trace, it's over to you.
Standing here with JW after the first map of this best of three. It wasn't the prettiest of showing from Fnatic, and goes without saying. But I just kind of want to ask, what happened on Overpass, man?
Yeah, we started out very slow. They came out swinging. I think Chroman had a lot of good timings in the beginning, and I think he had a great impact in the beginning and caught us off guard a lot. So, yeah, I think we lost our confidence, and yeah, that's it, I think.
So it's a rough one. It kind of changes the mentality going into the second map, right? Or, yeah, I mean, the second map being Mirage, and that having been your pick prior. I mean, what can you tell your team? What do you tell yourself going into the second map?
The two maps coming up is probably our better ones, so we know that we have it in us, and we're just going to try to come out swinging and play our game.
Playing your game is most certainly important. Last question I have for you is this. You do have some young guns on your roster, you know, Draken, this, that, and the other. Is this something where they could be a little off-put by that result on the first map?
I don't think so. Draken is pretty confident in himself, and just like the rest of us, we knew that Overpass is kind of a hit-and-miss map for us. Mirage is probably one of our best, and Inferno, I think, is pretty damn solid for us. So it's three good maps for us, and we expect to close it out 2-1.
2-1 could be the scoreline, but only time will tell. JW, I'm going to let you get right to it, man. Thank you very much for your time. And, of course, Alex Machine Richardson, take us into the second map.
Thank you very much.
You know, Alex, Trace is a nice guy and everything. You know, he's not going to do any harm to you. But if I was there, I would just ask him, So if two of your better maps are coming up, Mirage and Inferno, why the hell did you pick Overpass then?
It's ridiculous.
Why did you just pick the maps you were good on then? What were you trying to achieve there?
Look, okay.
Practice it for the playoffs?
Fnatic's good maps are, you know, Mirage, this, that, and the other, and that's pretty much it.
I don't get it. That's
well, I think because there are have a lot of young guns, you know. I'm not sure that their map pool is as deep as some of the other teams.
That's so ridiculous that they went, yeah, our better two maps are coming up. You know that was your pick, right? There must have been a plan. It must have been exist. Well, here's exists like we said, exists gone, oh yeah, when I was on the team, they weren't that good on Overpass, so we'll pick it. And then Chrome, well, sure, something like that must have played into it, right? They did have a few issues when Exist was on this map, and they weren't leaning towards Overpass. They were actually playing Nuke more. Now it seems like they're moving away from Nuke. So there's that change.
There must be such a bitter taste in Exist's mouth now. He's probably, I mean, not only was he
with
probably,
other things.
Depends what they ate.
He was likely responsible for the veto, but also he goes up against his essential replacement after taking the Fnatic offer, and Croman has such a barn burner of a game, and that's just the first map.
Croman is trying to make as good of a, you know, first impression as possible, so that, you know, potentially no one knows what will happen with Olofmeister for sure. He's like, you know, grinding it out on a trial, basically.
If Olof doesn't come back, just keep Croman.
I mean, this is what I love about the Croman story, is he has genuinely materialized from the doldrums of like Norwegian Counter-Strike. He was, you know, doing his very best and playing, you know, throughout the ESEA ladders, whatever they may be. And then they go and pick him up, grab him.
But I mean, there he is, that's Robin.
Yeah, I know. I was trolling.
I was like, you know what, he's a little older.
Come on, Chad.
I know what Croman looks like, all right?
Yeah.
You know,
I think it's also, you know, obviously it's a bit easier being a stand-in and a full member of the team and all that, and it's just one or two tournaments so far. But once you take into account the fact that, you know, there's all these high buyouts for anyone who's any good, right? If you take that into account, how good is Croman for how cheap he would probably be if he would cost anything? I don't know if he was even, I think he was on trial in Heroic, so...
Well, no, he was just standing in because Rubino had to...
Yeah, so he isn't under any contract, probably. So if you take that into account, just get him, sign him to a contract, and worst case, just sell him if Olofmeister comes back or something, you know? You can definitely at least get a good return on investment on that sort of a thing.
Yeah, I like that theory crafting there. I just noticed Robin sitting there showing Guardian some smokes, it must be. I don't know.
Robin's probably going to play this game because the first one was too easy.
Okay. Dank memes aside, Fnatic have got their best two maps coming up, so...
Or better two maps. But here's the thing. We've only seen them play four maps now that we've seen them play Overpass. It's been Train, Cage, and Inferno as their opening, where they had a very good T-half against North, right? Going into Mirage, we don't have any sample size with this roster. We haven't actually got to see them play this map with Drake and added to the team. Obviously, Exist was still relatively new as well with when Golden was still there. So coming into this, the positives are the playmakers like JW, who have had a good tournament up until this point, can have more room to move, right? That's one positive.
I think also you can tell that even JW was a bit shook, you know, by the way they lost. Obviously a terrible way to lose a game. And I think historically that's been a problem sometimes from Fnatic. They've been known, you know, sometimes to maybe tilt and things would get out of hand. So if they are to have any chance of a comeback, it has to be not a good start to put rounds on the board, but to get the groove back, you know, get the mojo back, some good individual play a bit loose, and maybe they can give us a more competitive game.
Get back their groove. They've got nothing to lose. Fnatic versus FaZe Clan in the playoffs, looking for the semis with none other than the creamy couple.
It's always nice to hear that, Alex. Thank you. And I don't know what to expect from this matchup now after map one. Hopefully this sits better with Fnatic, but you got to feel FaZe are getting on a real high note after what we just saw.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously the goal is just to carry it forward, but you also have to be cautious that you're not overly confident in that kind of a performance in map one. You don't underestimate Fnatic now, because that would be a dangerous turn of events. JW wants to get aggressive, hoping they don't expect this. They're creeping up. There's the opening kill to Kerrigan. No one turns the corner. He's going to be able to get away, but he gets caught in the window and he somehow barely escapes. That's huge. That allows the second player to have big impact, and Croman goes down. JW handles it so well. He does eventually fall, but Fnatic has the advantage.
So many men on this side now. They got shut out. Nice work from JW to get things off started very well for them. Reminding them that, you know, this is a match where you should be doing well. This should be a competitive game between these two, even though the first map certainly did not feel that way.
No, it didn't in the slightest, did it? 16-4, it's a big win for FaZe. But JW's got started on the right foot here. He's got a couple kills. He has a big game. He shuts Croman down jumping out of the window. It's got to make you feel good.
It will. You need those confident boosts, even though they, they say in the interviews that they're fine. Again, this is something you want. You want to be feeling out the matchup a little more. And it is going to be this A hit. Only exists here right now, so he's got to be very careful. Depending on the timing, Crims is very quick. Obviously, it's coming over through connector. Draken's not far away either, but still. Exist. Gotta be a bit cautious. Hearing these steps, he has time to put out the flash, but he's waited a second or two here. Now gets spotted, gets tagged up. Actually, not even the team that tagged him initially. It wasn't one of the Ts, but Guardian and Nico have done very well for themselves. That should be a plant. I don't know if it's on spotting CT for him, but that doesn't seem to matter. Bombs down, 4 alive.
Yeah, Nico's gotten away. Now he can actually even evacuate further. That's a big risk. That's a long run to take. JW creeping out, gets tagged. Nico's just going to be able to survive. He's paired up with Guardian at that level. No kit, so this has to be a quick retake, and they're using your utility now. They're going to go for this.
Guardian gonna be the first man to probably try and take a bit of a fight on this. He knows that he's a bit expendable. Smoke on the side, that's gonna make it a bit tricky, but actually JW goes a little too far. Can anyone else get onto this? Crims did well, but it's Flusher on the bottom, trying to do what he can, but with no kit, as you said, it becomes tricky, but Nico's still alive, and with no time left, it will be FaZe fighting right back into this.
Oh, that one hurts. Fnatic winning the pistol had to have felt good after that first map, if they could get something started and really run up the scoreline for themselves. And instead, they are just responded. Good trades with the pistols. Nice job getting into the bomb site. No utility used on the initial hit, which might have surprised. There was no warning before that kind of came in. Exist was really caught off guard. 1-1. Famos brought into this round by Fnatic. Scout purchase up for Crim. So yeah, everyone's invested except for Draken, who's got 1,400 in the bank, wants to keep that there for the AWP. Typical smokes and Molotovs for mid-control going to come out from the FaZe side of things. They don't want to mess around at all and give back the advantage.
No, they stole it away and they want to keep it. Vying for mid and then seemingly falling back to what worked in the last round. Able to isolate Exist very, very handily. He'll be playing on ramp this time. A little bit different. No one's that close yet, but here comes that utility over the top. We've got to check on it, but he gets away with one, takes down Rain, but there's still no one that close. CT is left open. Draken and Crims can still see this, so that's where the threat then comes in. The Deagle lands, Croman goes down, your Danger Man's gone. The Rifles are not doing what they should. Nico and Guardian can't make it happen.
Oh, Nico almost able to tag down Kerrigan with the smoke. It's all on Guardian. 11 HP, and Crims with the Scout. He lands a couple of shots down the stretch. One on Nico for him to be an easy clean of a follow-up. And then 2 there right at the end. So 4 shots from Crims of that Scout. Find their mark, and Fnatic are right back in it. 2-1. As they respond.
Why does this feel like it's going to be one of those scrappy games?
Because it's starting out scrappy.
Thanks, Jason.
How did you want me to answer that? Like, what would have been?
Me. Give me some fluff here, all right?
What would have been the appropriate response?
I thought you were, the king of fluff. It's not the case. Carrigan blinded, but set off to a perfect way up short. This is very old Astralis of yesteryear. Send Carrigan flying up short. Guardian's mid-air.
Get out.
Like, what game are you playing? How does this work? Crims doesn't land it either. Exist at least does shut down Nico, but that bomb is lost in an awkward spot for now.
Yeah, and well, the tough part too is Rain is kind of isolated. They know exactly where he is, so he's got to fight no matter which direction he decides to go. Nice job getting off the ladder without making a sound. Guardian drops into the site. He had to go back and get the bomb. Draken is being very patient, but they might actually choose to aggress upon him, and there's the spot for that scenario. Rain's got to watch Catwalk for his teammate. Guardian's getting a new position. Nade out towards Rain as well. He's under so much pressure. He's going to have this Q2 come his direction and a Molotov as well. What can you do? It's all on Guardian.
Let's see. Not a lot. The retake's good from Fnatic. You felt if maybe the bomb was in hand or something else had happened for FaZe, then that could have been a bit trickier, but with that little bit of a slowdown, they're in a good position. But for now, they do okay, and even JW just coming like, yeah, that was a nice shot, Guardian. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's about all you can do. All you can do is laugh it off, otherwise you're going to break something. Op is dropped over. Plant is going to help FaZe in the next round with a goodbye, but they're down a couple rounds and probably going to be down further. No armor investment for FaZe just yet, even though they upgrade the pistols. That was a very quick pace as well. Kerrigan was up catwalk so quickly.
Yeah, that was a bit of a blister up. Nice utility to force him back from any early picks.
Of course, Nico challenges that with the Deagle, just crouches in the open. He's like, please, I double dog dare you.
For Fnatic, you got to be a little bit careful with these CZs. We've seen what Guardian can do with them, but as Fnatic did recover in that last round, it has put them back in a good position.
I think Exist actually missed the fact that Kerrigan's gotten into this spot, so he should be able to find... Oh, God bless. No, that was the chance that you cannot let slip by. Now they've recovered. That was what you needed. You had the opportunity. It was still slim even if he got that kill, but it would have been possible, would have been doable. Now it's just going to be a shutdown. Exist to clean off Rain at the end. 4-1 in the favor of Fnatic, and the guns are going to come back out for FaZe.
They are indeed. So far, so good, though. Fnatic have done what they needed. That little bound back is really important for them mentally, just to get this off to a really nice start, even after FaZe kind of put them through the bit of a ringer there. Down in the doldrums of it all, but they did bounce back. So 4-1 is your current scoreline. This is a stronger looking Fnatic, not being bullied or broken by any individual now. Let's see if FaZe have something to bring now. They do have the weapons. Guardian on the AWP is a nice adjustment, but the early exchanges in middle do go through. A bit of damage towards Rain.
Guardian wants to find this fight. Oh, and he just narrowly misses JW. Almost got a second opportunity. JW really toying with his life, but he's distracted him long enough for Crims to just get a free kill. If he wants to go for it. Crims is going to start flanking. He hears these footsteps, and there it is. There's Guardian, not suspecting that whatsoever. That's going to be frustrating. Meanwhile, FaZe now with that kill. That's the go signal. They have to move forward, and Exist slows them down. And are they going to be ready for Draken? Top of A ramp with an all.
It's a horrible position to play out for him. If he gets overwhelmed, it's so tricky, but he's up to task. JW even chimes in to help him out, and you can see what that means. Fnatic know that they're now starting to feel that confidence, feel that flair that we know them for. And at 5-1, you're starting to see that brilliance return to them. Such a quiet first map. Are we going to see the reverse sweep?
Would be wild. Would be wild. They said it's their better map, so you have to imagine. A shot from Draken, and adjustment up as well, even as he gets mostly blind. Back to the pistols for FaZe, still not able to find any kind of success in these gun rounds on the terrorist side. Nades down towards the base of A ramp do plenty of damage. The Molotov as well. Guardians at half HP, but Croman and Kerrigan have rushed through mid, up connector, now into the bomb site. Croman's got a second kill, and he's not going to stop. He's going to keep moving forward. Finally shut down by Draken, and not able to adjust on a Guardian.
It's still a 3v2 afterplant situation, one of those being an AWP in JW's hands. Now, the guy's a god, even now he's a rifler with this thing still, but you gotta feel this is a little against them, even though they do have the armor and utility. Time ticking. Flush's spot is good, but Nico's is better, but the weaponry, again, see what they can do. JW lingering towards site, starting to work his way forward. The timing's better on Guardian. It's now on Flusher, and I think he's just said, nah, don't fancy it, doesn't matter. Nico's there. Like a shadow in the night, just hiding away. And FaZe claw one right on back.
Why not? With the pistols as well. It's the 2 round wins they have is based off those CZs. And again, it's Croman, the impact, rushing down mid up connector, picking up an AK-47, adding onto it, and just cracking open that A bomb site. And those paces, that fast pace, it can be so difficult to recover from those. And Fnatic obviously struggling with that one. 2-5. As FaZe want to build upon it, and they've got the money in a terrible situation for Fnatic. So if FaZe can win this, reset that economy, take everything away from them, then they should be able to equalize the scoreline, or at least get it close. Kerrigan this time instead of Guardian distracting over towards the B bomb site, probing it just a little bit. Meanwhile, 4 players from FaZe ready for a set piece at A. They haven't even had presence in middle, haven't even thrown the standard smokes or utility. It'll be Kerrigan lurking in underpass.
Rocken's position is filthy, though. Look at that aggression on that AWP. Guardian just did not for a second think that he'd be sat right there, and he's gone back and he gets it again. Draken does it all. 2 incredible kills. The second pretty much flashed, but the timing was right. That's a shot. Exist gets deleted. Rain breaks through. Okay, it's game back on. 2v3.
Got utility as well. They've got smokes to protect themselves to get this bomb planted. Molotov to stop anyone running through, and they're just going to risk it towards CT spawn. Nico's helping cover. from the balcony, and where do they choose to get in the post plant? Rain back towards the mountain boxes, Nico underneath the balcony. There's 2 kits, Flusha and Crims have those. A little bit of utility to work with. But they've got to find some frags.
Initial contact made. Nico pressured, outdone. Here we go. Rain tries to remove some of the angles that they can work with, but a man's on the bomb. He's got to move fast. Does he realize it? It's the 1v1. JW's on it. Rain doesn't realize. He doesn't even have a kit. Rain needs to peek on this. He didn't hear it. He doesn't know it. And JW gets away with murder.
Rain didn't think there was a chance in hell JW was going to stick that. Unfortunate, but nice play from JW. The cover of the smoke gave him the confidence to sit on that bomb while Rain takes out his teammates. Fnatic just barely surviving, just barely eking out a win, but even so, one player surviving. The buy for FaZe is going to be much, much better than it is for Fnatic, which is kind of a scary prospect. Draken, who got 2 kills with the AWP in that previous round, down to just a UMP. And back to A bomb site we go.
Rinse and repeat, it seems. Call that on the forehead there. Not ideal. And Draken's aggression, it worked out well towards A ramp, not towards Nico and Palace.
Well, Exist gets blind by a follow-up flashbang as well. They know he's in the bomb site. That smoke goes farther than he wanted it to, and Chroman's got a wide angle. No teammates there to help out Exist. Flusha has now arrived, trying to do what he can, but Nico and Rain silence the closest defenders, and JW is going to think about saving now. He's just going to bail out of this fight, and FaZe have finally done it. They finally kind of shattered that economy. Draken and Flush have enough money to maybe force something out if they're feeling frisky with this M4.
And if you are checking in around the B stream, it's getting a little topsy-turvy in that still. We do see Big currently leading over MIBR on map 2.
It's not ideal, I guess, if you're an MIBR fan.
Yeah, that's a curious one. They are bringing it back though. It's still close. So map 1 did go Big's way. They're on the half in the second map.
That first map was a big win for Big. God, did it again. It was a nice. It was a power. It was a
substantial.
Yeah, substantial win for Big. Something.
I'll look up other words for Big.
I am literally just gonna start having a thesaurus with me when I cast those games and just have it open to the page and just be like, done.
I'm ready.
Colossal.
Yeah, hefty.
Considerable.
Immense.
Gigantic.
Jumbo. We are mature.
I don't know if bulky works. Might want to stay away from that one. 6-3 back to reality with this game. Fnatic nursing this lead, staving off that harsh reset. Stop laughing at Ample.
Look, they can't see my screen. It's fine. All right. And this expansive investment from Fnatic now, not leaving much really in the kitty. So Deagles, nades, they've got just around $1,000 in the pocket, depending on who you're watching. JW obviously kept that rifle. Can't even put it to play. Kerrigan just brute force on the back. That's awkward. Draken, he wants this so bad.
This is the second time that flank has come into play, though. Remember, Crims did that to take out Guardian earlier in the half, and I think if you're FaZe, you're like, how exactly is that such an easy play that they can make that it's happened twice already? Might be something they want to think about going on into the half. It's going to lose its effectiveness, obviously, because the players will start to be more and more aware of it. Exist and Crims inside of this A-bomb site, just waiting as the bomb rotates around to them. CZ and a Deagle and a Dream and no face.
Just face off. Switching. Exist and Flusha, your last two in this. Sadly for Exist, Flusha is pretty far away. The CZ is good, but I don't know if it's this good. Not against Chroman right now, apparently. Nothing's good enough against Chroman. He is the new god. He is our new god.
Have you ever talked to Chroman?
No.
He's really fun to talk to because he's always smiling.
He's a happy dude.
For whatever reason, he is just like one of the happiest people that I've spoken to recently. So it's just like unbelievable.
Well, he's got to come into FaZe. He's putting up blistering performances.
That's a very good point.
He's got to feel pretty nice, right? Now, Flusha makes it look real nice. Puts Chroman down. He was getting too much of the limelight. Flusha's having none of that. He doesn't want this. Can he make it any more costly? Can he take anything else away? Not this time. Rain will confirm the round. Oh.
I love it.
Oh.
That's beautiful form on the teabag.
It seemed very precise from Rain. He'd been working on that.
Yeah, he had been.
You don't want to...
Knew exactly where the chin was. 6-4 in the favor of Fnatic, but that lead is going to disappear very quickly. It is dwindling fast. And it's back to pistols we go for the Fnatic side. Draken is hidden himself on the right side of window, but doesn't have a whole lot of weaponry. Actually doesn't really have anything at all. He has a USP, the most basic of all weapons. To try to do some damage, and Kerrigan is he'll take that fight all day. Mid control this time. There's been a lot of set pieces towards the A bomb site for FaZe, so now switching it up, going to a different area of the map. Crims is going to peek with this. They've spotted him out, so he's got to wait until the attention goes elsewhere, or just swing to his death. And the B bomb site is open for business.
It is, and with Flusher landing bangers, you get a little bit worried, but you need JW to step up to the plate here. Kerrigan took a lot of damage on the way through. Nico, JW is so lucky. Oh my god. JW, nerves of steel at this point. Guardian's clearing up in the meantime. It is just down to Flusher here, but that was a little bit scary.
They're gonna have a good buy in the next round. They'd obviously love to get a gun. I imagine we'll see the ops come out for Fnatic. The question, like, do they want to switch into a double op? Are we gonna see JW with that? They haven't really. Nico's tagged up, trying to keep him as close to the bomb as possible, but can't really continue that fight. That might be the player he should just go for, just because he could have got out of the hole and gotten the AK-47. Not gonna happen. It's all wishful thinking. FaZe has a ton of money built up, and Fnatic now with that losing bonus up to 3 rounds, they saved just enough to have a very strong buy, probably the best buy they've had in quite some time. Draken's gonna have the op, the 1 kit on Flusha. Trouble is you have only a smoke on Draken and Exist buying up some utility right here at the end.
See what we have from FaZe this round, and if it's gonna be met by resistance from Fnatic. It looks like they just want to keep hammering that A side. This time not even sending players mid or anything of the such. There's a couple of smokes up there keeping them guessing, but here comes the hit regardless. Rain at the forefront of this. The flashes go in and away we go. Rain is unleashed. Straight through towards jungle. He knows his lines that he's running. It's Guardian playing up towards the ticket booth. Takes out Exist, and that's pretty much sight theirs. Chrome in the meantime going to get the bomb down. The nade's good though from Flusher.
Well, that one hurts. FaZe is going to be upset about that. The utility's going to disappear shortly. They don't have a smoke to refresh it, so now they're going to have to fight a little bit harder. That nade actually does a great job of putting FaZe in an uncomfortable spot. They will get this plant down, but they have control of CT spawn. Kerrigan to the right. JW's not even going to consider it. He had so much time to get there, and I think that just should stop the retake in its tracks. It should just be a save call from here. It would take so much time to clear all this out, and there's no guarantee. As you can see, Kerrigan actually moved out. He came back for more. Didn't need to do that, but a 3-on-3, and Flusha has the kit.
It's got to be a save now. There it is. Crims falls off it, even with that 1 kill coming through from Draken. It can't be enough to turn what is a very one-sided affair in that. It looked close with that nade coming in. You felt like maybe there was a point where they could have stumbled there if there was a chance to capitalize, but the work in denying connector control, the spam through the wooden side of it was so good coming back out from FaZe.
It was very nice. Yeah, they're having a lot of fun at that A bomb site. I mean, if they're going to go against that retake, I think they'll take that all day. That they don't have to worry about people actually being inside the bomb site. I can't recall. I don't know why that I haven't seen Fnatic inside the site outside of when they've only had the pistols.
I mean, Exist has been there.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Rain and Kerrigan at top mid. Draken gonna try and do something. He's no smoke in his face this time. He has the opportunity. He's missed the shot. He needed that one, certainly, but Flush is gonna bail him out. Flusha, Mr. Reliable, coming through the smoke.
Look at the bomb.
Takes him down. Yeah, the bomb moving in towards this B bomb site, but even they're slowed down by smoke, which allows JW to get back into the bomb site, allows Draken to rotate over. And another missed shot from Draken.
JW, only with the CZ, has to now step up to the plate. Positioning is good for him, though. They're probably not expecting this. They're certainly not. Now they know it, but it's too little too late. They've already taken down Guardian. They're surrounded. Chroma needs to roll back. What is that? JW gets deleted. But it might not be for anything. The bomb's lost. There's a minute left. But it is Nico.
I think if you go from a 2-on-5 to Nico being at a 1-on-2 at the end of the round, you're going to be so happy with that. Well done from Chroman, but this one's not for him. Flusher with 4 kills in the round. Gets Fnatic back to their winning ways. It's been some time. It was a 4-round run for FaZe. Nice support from Flusha as Draken had some struggles. This is gorgeous.
The boy's got some aim on him. Bloody hell. 7-6 though. Fnatic, it just seems like a different team here. There's so many moments where he could have spiraled away from them, but now we're seeing the double ult come out. JW's picked that one up. That could be just him posted up on B, feeling happy about it. Little bit of mid-aggression. Draken and Flush having a little bit of a look, but this is that A posturing again. Feeling that maybe this is their go-to look here. It seems to be working well enough that you've got 6 rounds on the board. But this time we do have Crims and Exist tucked towards site. They're not going to be able to back away before, you know, anything happens. This is their commitment, and this time they do not get away with anything.
No, this time you actually have players inside the bomb site as well. Exist underneath. Guardian going to try and do some work, but he knows he's still got to take out his former teammate. He does with a quick scope, but Draken responds immediately. Fnatic ensuring that they'll take a lead into the second half. And FaZe have plenty of money for one more buy. They built up so much cash during that win streak that none of it really bothers them. All going to be passed over to Guardian. Fnatic has $7,500 more in equipment value this round.
Thank you.
Always wanted to use that stat. Rain is going to hide in the smoke and just lurk a little bit in mid. Starting to get more aggressive as the smoke disappears and actually just backs away. Again, FaZe sent a lot of bodies over towards that A bomb site and just kind of reconsidered, I guess, as they've fallen away. But Rain's going to come back for more. He's got Flusha out in the open with no idea where to be looking. He was trying to clear out the corner, and there's Guardian waiting for the mid-peak from Draken. So this delayed aggression is unorganized from Fnatic, and because of that, they get heavily punished. JW spotted the gun barrel there. There's the peak. You can see the adjustment ready for that swing.
Still so good, isn't he, JW? Even if he isn't going to be just that straight-up AWPer anymore, he's still so darn talented. That's enough to at least slow down and hinder the hit coming in. FaZe do have that man advantage, but what can they do with it? How can they make this work? Just keep eyes on this. Still relatively spread out throughout the map. JW's going on a fact-finding mission. Crim's holding the back line. And the thing is that JW can still hold that bomb from getting anywhere. There's 27 seconds. They gotta go soon. Crims with the spray gets down. Guardian, can he find any more? And where is that bomb coming from? JW turns around in time. But with 20 seconds, it's down to Carrigan. He can't turn around. He cannot run. He needs this fight.
And Nico's so far away as well, lurking over towards that A bomb site and never getting aggressive enough. He was relying on that B hit to be successful. Carrigan's dropped down. He's gonna find JW at the very least, but Crims is still here. Gonna go for the plant. Crims is gonna take him out. That's the round over. That's the half over. 8-7 in the favor of Fnatic. It was a back and forth affair early on. It looked like FaZe was going to recover and be able to take a lead, but Fnatic stops them cold, winning the final 3 rounds. It's Guardian to end the half at 13-10 for FaZe, Nico at 10-9. You know, Flush at 15-8, Crims 14-9, and Draken at 12-8 for Fnatic. As they try and even up the series at 1-1, they did lose the first map in a blistering fashion.
Fnatic finally have the upper hand. This could be map 3 on the horizon. This could be good. If they get that pistol, start running with it, there is hope yet. Teams are readying up. They want to get this one started. There's no sitting around and waiting.
Can I do a B-stream update, Lauren?
Hit me.
Okay, well, MIBR has taken the lead away from Big. It is now 12-9 in the favor of the Brazilians.
I see. What's the
On
money
map
looking
2.
like over there? Can we see? How's it looking?
Money's looking solid for the Brazilians. It's not ideal to a great degree for Big.
We have a lot of utility invested into this round. 2 P250s, and we have a smoke, 2 flashes, nade, and a Molotov. This is structured. This is a Fnatic piece coming through for them that they've worked on. Molotov deep towards CT. We know that retakes are going to be swift to be coming into, I guess, action at this point. They didn't have much step to stop it, FaZe, so instantly put into that posture.
Yeah, but these always make me nervous. These 5-on-5 retakes, so difficult for the CT team. They don't have a smoke. They do have a kit on Chroman, but they've got a lot of ground to gain. They've got to do it quickly. Draken, the only player aggressing towards CT spawn. Rain's got to handle him. Coming up the stairs, gonna reload first, waiting in the open, and Draken can't do it. The nade comes in to clean him out. They needed that, but the follow-up nade is worse. So much damage. Everyone from FaZe is softened up, but the kills aren't going the way. Chroman's on the bomb. They're stopping everyone from killing him. Oh, what a hold until Crims turns the corner, and it's all on JW, and he just can't do enough. The kit has been recovered. The bomb will be defused, and FaZe fight their way back into that pistol.
That was them storming forward. There was no holding back on that. That was kind of impressive in a very brutal way. It felt like, you know, with that one kill coming on the site, could have been something. And again, Chroman, when it matters, what a sick bit of play. It just blows my mind out of nowhere this guy comes in and makes such a big bit of impact for a team like this at this caliber, playing such a incredibly substantial role for them. Nico, however, going on walkabouts in middle. He's got the support behind him, but 3 players through underpass could make this tricky, but there's the support going to play. Nico, the timing, it could be tricky. They got the bomb locked down, though, and Chroman on the support again.
Now, if you're Nico there, you just got to have faith that Guardian and Chroman, one of them is certainly watching your back. Either way, 8 to 9. The plant, Fnatic was going for the 3rd round buy, so no real danger in that round. Unarmored opponents, they were able to just mop up. A couple SMGs in the board for Kerrigan and Rain still. Full utility for this defensive side, and the fact that they didn't lose any players in that previous round means even if they're to lose this one, they're going to have another buy in the next. FaZe will. So here we go. What is Fnatic going to bring to fight with on this T side? Standard smoke in towards window.
Molotov going to slow down JW. Not going to let him through for free. Buys a bit more time. There's 2 smokes and a nade are going to be put down pretty precisely for the T side, because they have got some step towards mid control. Guardian not playing this one quick by any means, having to just take his time. The one of the 2 smokes they had put to play in towards the window for the T side. Chroman on patrol on short.
Got some information. Spotted Draken. Good kill from Nico. That's in towards connector. He's hanging out at the top. Him and Guardian kind of paired up to watch any kind of a boost in window room. Both teams running low in utility. Actually, Fnatic is completely out of it. There's a good return from Crims. They weren't ready for Guardian, though. He's been hiding there the whole round, biding his time, trying to use flashes to get away, but he's got one coming from above as well. He certainly is not going to get out of this situation. Any moment he's going down, and there's Exist. Kerrigan couldn't stop it, blind on Catwalk, but the return, Chroman comes in to seal that position of the map, and 20 seconds left. I don't think Fnatic's done enough. Rain has missed the opportunity. This might be exactly what they needed to get in, and Rain knows he's got a lot of pressure on him. Draken's not looking. He needs this kill. That's the bomb, and it's too far away for Flusha to handle.
Ring a roses we go. Oh, Rain just slaps him down. What is that? Couldn't land the shot with a UMP, switches up to the USPS, and just...
Of course, after the struggle bus, he hits the fadeaway with the USP.
That's how it works. That's how the game works. 9-9. The nuke is being purchased from Fnatic.
Oh, that's cool. 4 nades, 1 smoke. Boop. Here we go. What are these nades for? I imagine it's that, what, basic catwalk smoke, launch them in towards window room?
Probably. Guardian, he's not actually that close, though. That's the, I guess, sad-ish fact of it. He's going to hit and go, I think they're middle. The small signifier. Nico prepares himself. There's a lot of bodies behind that smoke. Going to get one down. Crims fell to Guardian. The theory is nice. Sadly, the timing just not there. Guardian wasn't peeking window.
Not that time. Kerrigan could get tested. He hasn't really seen too much action in this half so far. 6 and 13 overall for the FaZe captain. JW is going to go find some information. The shoulder peaks just to discover the location. There goes Nico. He had low HP, couldn't take that fight. Guardian didn't realize that JW was out of bullets, or he might have taken a more committed peek. Still not a lot of danger in this round. Chroman and Kerrigan paired up at the B bomb site. JW in mid, Draken over towards A, and Flusha at B halls all alone. No chance of working together. 50 seconds remaining as Rain spots the bomb, does great damage, but can't complete that kill. Fnatic again gonna back off. They do have an AK recovered in JW who doesn't have armor, but you might as well give him time, see if he can just get one more kill that might open something up or put someone in a disadvantaged position. They're gonna boost him into the window and let him to get aggressive. But Croman is reading this like a coloring book.
There's no words in those, Jason.
So it's easy to read.
Yeah, Rain. You're making it very difficult. Speaking of difficult, this round is going to be tough.
There we are, right? Let's get into it, getting frisky. 10-9, FaZe have the narrow lead. Ops out on Draken and Guardian.
Need to see a little bit of something kicking in here now for Fnatic. It's been the clean run for FaZe thus far. You gotta have that answer soon. As much as the scoreline still looks pretty okay, you still want to make that mark on the T side. That's good though. Kerrigan going down, that's gonna open one door that they could maybe walk through. Croman is there though, and we know that Croman maybe not the biggest name on the team, but this time he gets outdone by Flusho, just merely leaping in with the UMP.
Yeah, you can't do much if you're completely blind. Nico gonna get dropped by Krims. Picking up the pace is Fnatic, especially off the back of that pick towards Kerrigan. The 50-50 spam battle goes against him, goes towards Flusha with the UMP. Now Rain's got to try and fight his way out. Not able to do that either. It's just Guardian with the AWP. And actually, if Fnatic, I know this is the first round they've won in this half, and they don't have a lot of money built up, but they might want to start pushing for it. There's a lot of time in this bomb. If they can take the AWP away, it'd be so, so nice for them. But it's understandable if they don't want to risk the economy. And he's keeping as long a distance between him and an opponent as humanly possible.
Kept at arm's length. And the pack of the Fnatic Hounds can't get that close, so... But now Guardian will retain his AWP. And the money will stay with the additional in the pocket. But this is the round that was a bit of a necessity by this point for Fnatic, and they are right back into it. 10-10. AWPs back on both sides. Of course, they will be remaining. And then we are seeing the purchase again from FaZe. This is their chance to try and stabilize and run forward here. But that pace from Fnatic was hard to deny. Blistering forward. And as you said, the kind of opening moment that came in with Kerrigan being found so quickly.
You always feel as a player like you're going to win that spam battle. And it's just like, it always just feels so silly, especially at that range, right? I know a lot of people do it. It's not like an uncommon thing. It's not like Kerrigan like made this mistake that no one else makes or anything like that, but they always make you feel a little uncomfortable when you watch them.
Pretty much. Now, we haven't seen if we can see this replicated in a slower paced round coming out from Fnatic yet. Obviously, they haven't had many shots at it, so we'll see what they can bring here, because they've not gone away with that quick hit that we saw before. We've got a bit of a different... I don't want to say different, but Croman and Rain just kind of doubling up towards this side of the window. This side of the map, a little bit of a lean towards B. Not too much. You've left Nico and Guardian to patrol A, which is obviously a big duo, a lot of firepower on those two, and Fnatic looking for options early, not being too many gifted over to them. Rain there could be caught out on short if he's not careful. And yeah, Exist makes the most of it. Exist actually does very well, but it's equalized by Nico. So it's a 3v3.
That's just so cool. Like, you can see they even lose the initial battle and they still come out even in that because there's a set plan. Obviously, the flashbangs come out. They have Nico pushing connector. They have Rain pushing catwalk, and they have one more as well in ladder room. So, I mean, that was a set piece that they wanted to have on the CT side. Now, unfortunately, JW has kind of snuck past them. He's gotten behind, and Guardian, not aware that Flusha dropped out, but we know Guardian's fast. If he gets a chance, he can recover that. There's the peek from Flusha, and it was almost there. But a 1-on-3 for Kerrigan. FaZe looking to take, or Fnatic looking to take the lead in this game at 11-10, and also shatter the money of FaZe.
Kerrigan, what? Kerrigan just gets 2. That's almost for free, but he's solo on HP, 15 HP. Draken needs to bang out the shot, though. That AWP may not be the ideal weapon for this one. Kerrigan looks so up for this as well. Draken finds the angle, tag comes out again, and there it is. Denied at the final hurdle. Frustrating for Kerrigan. But a lifeline again for Fnatic, right down to the last player.
Oh, Kerrigan finds the perfect timing to get that double up. That is wild to give him a chance in the 1 versus 3. And we've even seen Draken in this map miss some sitters that you don't normally see him miss. And Thought maybe there was a chance in that realm. 11-10 for Fnatic, and as I said, no more real economy for FaZe. They can't even think about forcing up. They've got Kerrigan at 4,200, but everyone else is sat right around 2K. Gonna save up the bank, save up the cash for the final hurdle of this map.
Nice and clean for Fnatic here. Don't look like they're rushing it or taking too many risks. They're being smart about this. Bit of a hefty lean towards B, a late play towards middle between JW and Exist. Timing it well to try and work this out.
Do a little bit of an update, Lauren, while we're doing the Antico. MIBR did win the second map on Overpass.
Third map coming in.
Third map coming in for those guys. And this as well, I don't think we've explained this one. This is, the winner of this match goes directly to the semifinals. The loser of this match goes to the quarterfinals. So no one gets eliminated. You're still going to see both of these teams inside the arena, inside Lanxess. I know that means a lot for the Fnatic guys. They've got a lot of cool memories here. Winning a major will do that.
Certainly does. And if you were wondering, Inferno will be that third map between MIBR and Big. And in this one, we aren't there yet. 10-11, still very close by, and we were discussing this while Fnatic was slowly but surely, methodically working their way through. But in the meantime, FaZe did put their players towards B, and Nico's put up a bit of a fight here, but it should be still wrapped up with a little bow on the top. There's not much to be fought with. And there it is. Shut down the end by Draken. It will be another step in the right direction for Fnatic, and that third map becomes a little bit closer on the horizon.
FaZe can put a stop to that here, though. Op on Guardian. Another good set of utility behind this purchase from the defense. Kit onto Kerrigan. It's the only one they have. Gonna have to win a few in a row as Fnatic have built up cash. Rain, Guardian, Chroman in mid. Rain's gonna push up. They want to change the pace on the defense. They want to push forward, and no one's watching this. The flash comes in too late, though. Flusha had already crossed over, but Chroman, of course, is there to recover. JW completely blinded. Chroman's got a second. He's found Flusha at top mid. 13 HP. Take a bow, and he even gets away.
How? I cannot for the life of me see how. Everything looked bad for FaZe in that situation. Damage was coming in everywhere. They were blinded. It just wasn't great. Now, Draken and JW's position might be a bit of a redemption to this, because it's going to be very uncomfortable for Kerrigan to hold. That's two angles that are really tricky for him to look after. Now, JW's going to spot this out. Know that, all right, someone's here.
Oh, Kerrigan's ruined.
Kerrigan has no shot at this. JW's got it. What? What? That was way too close for comfort. Nico's got himself around now, but the bomb's not with them. Crims is the one who's going to get the bomb. So if Nico succeeds here, which it seems like he is, that bomb could go either way, and it looks like Chroman and Guardian are not moving either. This
is a difficult play for Nico to make, though. Difficult scenario for him to read, just because he obviously doesn't know the bomb has been dropped so far away, so he might be thinking in his head that they're already inside the bomb site with that position from JW. But it's difficult to communicate exactly what's happening over to your teammates, especially because Draken has been quiet. He's gotten down here with the op. There's space as well. Nico hasn't heard the scopes. So he's just being patient. He's just playing retake. Now you could see Guardian moving over towards that B bomb site. Chroman with low HP is just going to stick around and hide in A just in case. 20 seconds on the clock. That kit is on the ground. I believe it was on Kerrigan at the beginning, so it's going to be over by bench.
And here comes the damage. Already Guardian and Nico being chipped down at. Chroman's on a very long play. 12 seconds until he's even close by. And Crimson Draken just sat waiting on the site here. I don't see a kit on these players either on the CT side, so time is of the essence. Draken now flash. Crims fine on the site. Second flash comes through. Draken looks towards the apartments. Sees everyone's there. Crims got a bit of a tag. Guardian takes him down. It's on Crims now. And they've got to be quick on that bomb. I don't know if they've got time for this.
They don't have the kit. They have to go get it, and it's over at the bench, and they just kind of... no, he knows it as well. He's just bailing out Nico. He might even go down to the bomb. Yes.
Yeah, he does.
He does fall, and a little bit of a cheeky chuckle from Flusha.
This is getting scary for FaZe. It's not happening for them. And the money is great as well for Fnatic. You look at their side, you've got 8K after rebuys for the likes of Exist. You've got Draken sitting really pretty. This T-side's looking good. It's not overly complicated. We're just seeing a lot of power coming out of them.
Yeah, well, a lot of it is that round and remember the round previous where FaZe executed that kind of that kind of mid-crunch delayed on the defensive side. JW's done a good job of, in some of the confusion, finding ways to slip through the cracks, of finding ways to get into an advanced position. One round it was window room. That round previously snuck up catwalk and got over, right by market to kind of really catch Kerrigan off guard. So he's done a lot of plays like that where just the one kill provides the opportunity for the rest of Fnatic to make a play and have an avenue into a bomb site. Which is very cool. Always been the strength of these Fnatic teams is that kind of individual decision making that catches the opponents off guard.
And the resolve is nothing to be sneered at. Your danger men are looking few and far between for FaZe this time. Guardian still with that bit of armor with Kerrigan CZ, but beyond that you are still looking at obviously just upgraded pistols. And Crim's already doing a bit of damage. Spamming away over by B. But the bomb is in towards the top of mid for now, with Exist joining Draken as well. Smokes and Molotovs begin to build. The pressure towards middle starts to mount, and probably just trying to find the best way to deal with this man. Guardian, how do you get rid of him?
Or if you're Guardian, how do you destroy everyone and just win around out of nowhere? That's what's on his mind. He's going to be forced into a passive scenario, though, rotating over towards the B bomb site. JW just talked about the advanced positions, the aggressive situations he gets himself into. He's been boosted up again in window room. Once they realize that they probably force Guardian back, he's going to flank over towards that B bomb site. So the rest of Fnatic, the call is just freeze. Nobody move. JW's making a play. And actually, it looks like he's just going to pause, and he'll be there to cut off rotations. So everyone's looking for the push. Bomb going to readjust towards this A bomb site, and JW will be there to stop Chroman or Guardian if they decide to come back for it. I don't think they will. Although Guardian might, just because Rain's still alive on A ramp, can do something, but JW's certainly going to catch him. Will the knife come out, is the question. No.
Maybe. But no.
You don't mess around with that to get a free pass to the semifinals. Unless you're
I mean, we've seen players doing that as much as they shouldn't. But
shout out to my boy Config.
14-10 though. This is just to get to that third map here. That'll be Inferno between these two as well. So.
Ooh, that'd be good. Spicy third map, Inferno.
You okay?
Yeah, the Inferno third map always gets me worked up.
I'm so happy to see Inferno back.
Hey, we did miss it. I don't think anyone realized. It's one of those things, you don't really know what you've lost until it's gone.
Yeah. No.
The emotional kind of loss. Crim's gonna lead the way with the AWP. Had the good spawn for it. I imagine he would just pass it over now that he's been blinded up, but he wants to go back for more. Kerrigan's not peeking, not this time. I say that, but now he's gonna peek. Just barely misses the shot.
Very close, but the bomb's on a mission. It's off. Exist is on a run. Quick smoke to go out right about now. Where's he off to? CT side's getting curious over by his way. They pushed Rain up in towards Palace. So he's having a wander.
One thing we haven't really seen from FaZe in this half is we saw the mid-aggression. We haven't really seen them aggress upon the extremities, and it's already going to yield results for Rain.
That's pretty big. I'm wondering what Fnatic do now. They're still in a really nice position beyond that because JW does these sort of things and Chroman can't handle it. Guardian does deal with Flusher. That was over by A, but they've lost control of mid completely. Kerrigan is so isolated. He's on an island over by B somewhere, but the bomb's still going to be going towards A. Nico's on the side, Rain's in Palace, and you've got Guardian there. They've got a lot of players to get past. JW's going to be heard. Nico isolates Exist, but can he find the follow-up? Rain's there to support him. It's down to just Crims. This is falling apart by the wayside.
That Molotov in towards Palace was obviously a really cool detail from a Fnatic to allow them to help get into the bomb site, but they just couldn't take advantage of it the way they wanted to. Kerrigan goes down. It's all on Rain. One-on-one. Crims has brought this into a winnable situation, but he's not going to expect Rain to have snuck out in the fashion that he does, and the Architect outplays another opponent.
11-14 now. This is Crims on the way back in. This shot was very nice. He was taken quite low. Still succeeding. 14-11. FaZe clan. Sadly, even with the impact they just had in that round, the money is at a very low point here. Having to reinvest in what they can, but it's not readily available. They have to depend on far more than just the weaponry beside them. Quick aggression towards middle though, going out from Crims. That's quite interesting. Nico's there to try and balance it out, but Exist takes it further in towards Fnatic's favor, taking over mid control, forcing the likes of Chroman's hand, but he's still so far away. It's Rain all alone.
And look at all the different angles he's got to worry about. He's got to worry about Palace, got to worry about Connector. He knows one's dropped down, and he just can't figure out where he wants to fight. And he goes down. Exist in perfect position to drop Chroman if he comes in through the hole. And Kerrigan has an SMG towards CT spawn, and this is all the money that FaZe have to fight with. There's nothing left after this, so they're going to be in a situation, I mean, you almost feel like they just need to save the M4. JW waiting behind the edge of the smoke. Chroman finds that kill onto Exist. Somehow Kerrigan's gotten into the bomb site without them finding it, but oh, now JW's given up his position, but still this just feels so unwinnable, doesn't it? Draken's going to pick him off. Chroman's going to get dropped. 15 to 11, and all the cash is gone. All the tools that FaZe would need to fight for this have disappeared.
$15 to 11. Third map now becomes, it kind of feels like an inevitable matter. This looks like a very different Fnatic from map 1 who just, it just feels like a lifetime ago. It feels like a completely different game we're witnessing now. As the B hit looks likely, not completely written through, but the bomb in the spot it is the lean that they're going for. JW and Exist could still pressure towards middle, but the vast majority of players are here, and that purchase from FaZe is so bad. Again, though, Fnatic do needs to close this down. Clean pathway through middle. Nico making a little bit of noise towards window, but adjusting around off the back as JW works his way forward. It's a nice position for him to be in.
He's gotten here whenever he's wanted to, except for this time. Guardian takes him out. Nothing to follow up from Fnatic there. Good shot from Crims onto Chroman. That happens over towards the B bomb site. Actually, FaZe down the stretch of this game has been more than willing to leave Rain. Puts a lot of faith in his ability to hold the A bomb site. He's been isolated there a couple times. Now he's going to push it, try and get a flank in. With Draken and Exist still controlling middle, though, Flush and Crims can have an easy out if they run into trouble at the B bomb site. They can actually rotate back towards Connector and get into that A bomb site. 33 seconds left. That opportunity is going to dwindle pretty quickly. Guardian has the AK-47. There's a scout on the board as well. Nice headshot, peeks into the AWP. Kerrigan needs this kill. He needs to find Flush, but he turns around when he hears the footsteps, and he's overexposed. He couldn't buy more time for the flank to come in. And Nico, normally you have faith, but he's got a scout. Not a whole lot you can do there. The AK picked up by Rain, finds one into a 2-on-2.
Rain, though, so the next step is the hardest. You're not going to get out of there for free. With Nico going down, you have no reason for them to look away from your position. You're going to have to fight your way out of here. And already Draken doing the damage. He has to go soon. He makes his commitment, and Draken meets him on every step. This is Fnatic right back into the matter now. They did not go down without a fight. And FaZe need to pull themselves back together. It's not going to be overpassed all over again. Inferno to work out who goes straight through to those semifinals.
Hell yeah. We'll see that when we return from the break. Stay tuned.
ESL One Cologne.